I got a text message from Mikey. Hey dude, riding in British Columbia. Are you in? And I text him, I'm going to talk to my boss. And if he says no, I'm quitting.
Welcome to Northern British Columbia. Their first stop, Prince George.
When I think of British Columbia, I think of Vancouver. And so to know that we were going way north of that, I was excited to just kind of discover something that I haven't given thought to before. The guys kept telling me that we're going to a rainforest, and I honestly didn't believe them. But then we walked up the first path, and it was like mind-blowing that was in northern British Columbia.
I got some images that I never thought I could imagine in that place. I've never witnessed a forest like that.
Being out of your comfort zone is something we can all appreciate on a motorcycle trip. It's how we grow, even if it means being a little unsure of things from time to time.
To see the Lakes District was awesome. I don't think a smile got off my face.
And you could just see these little patches of islands with just little trees, and they're just like little remote islands, and it was just unlike anything I've ever seen before.
Dirt biking. They're not Harleys. They're not street bikes. They'll kill you. They're also the most fun you can have on two wheels, I think.
The scene was just this 300-acre property with hills, and the ground was rocky. I think what makes each shop special is the people.
And Sam and Sarah were open arms, ready to help us out. We had some issues with the red Dyna that we were riding and needed a new back tire and some stuff.
Happy to do the work. Had a smile on his face the whole time. Talked about what he was doing the whole time. His wife was in love with him working. She was in the back corner. So, look at him. He's getting into it right now. That's the look he gets with his glasses on the tip of his nose. Rob is an endless book of knowledge.
We were warned that he was a walking encyclopedia.
Crocodile Dundee of Canada.
He was like part tour guide, part comedian.
I've been on boats before, but I never knew what to expect when it came into a jet boat. And that thing cruises, man. We were doing 60 kilometers an hour. We went through some canyon areas that scared the out of me, and he was showing off. He was showing his skills, and I was like, this dude rules.
It's like riding a motorcycle on Mars, it's just crazy, and that's what it felt like.
This was rocks of lava, just black and gray, and had moss on it just forever. And the roads, they're super open and wide. It was probably one of the funnest days, and the skies were just super big that day, so it was a lot of fun.
When you start to make your way up this valley, you begin to get a sense that perhaps there's more to learn from this life. Maybe it's the mountains or the mighty Ness River. But if I had to guess, it might just be the people.
Calvin is a master wood carver.
That guy is very passionate about what he does. You can't create a business on taking in people's personal information and stories and create art for it and just expect a paycheck. Like, that is something serious, that you're holding on to all this information and people are trusting you with it and you're turning it into artwork for them.
Riding to Kincolith was absolutely insanity. It's just mind-blowing. The curves, I could have carved those all day long.
The most beautiful ride I've ever been on in my life. I was literally screaming at the top of my lungs in my helmet.
And then we end up in this very little town, and we ate at the most amazing seafood place.
Bonnie came up and was telling me about how they prep their fish and how they prep their meats. And she said something about sea lion. And I asked her, do you have any sea lion here? But she went inside and she cooked it up and brought it out, this huge bowl of sea lion body, smoked sea lion in a broth.
We start eating it, it's a delicacy of awesomeness. So I would not recommend the flipper of the sea lion, but the rest of the sea lion is very good.
The ride from Terrace to Rupert, views for days. it was another one of those moments where like a tear down my, face in my helmet while riding.
It's so beautiful that it hurts.
Getting to that last destination, farthest part of the west you can go, because there's a pier and that's it. Like literally there's a yellow bar, and if you went any farther you'd fall in and hang out with the seals.
And it was unreal, an insane cap to our ride. Like, we made it, and it's like the ride was worth it.
Thinking about the week we've had, all the different terrain that we rode through, it was just such an amazing ride where it just feels like I just had like 8 mini trips in the last week. I think this trip just showed me that sky's the limit.
Chris pushes me because he's so wild on his bike and he knows what he's doing, and it pushes me to want to be better. I'm going to continue to keep pushing those limits.